Hi, my name's Lee Hopperton. I'm the Chief Investment Officer for Future Generation. I'm just going to spend a few minutes today reminding you about how our model works, how we're currently positioned in our portfolios, and our dual objectives, which are to do well for shareholders by offering diversified, differentiated portfolios that are complementary to what you might own elsewhere, and also do good, and how we support the communities in which we all operate, and in particular, young people. So first, the model. We manage $1.4 billion in two investment companies. They are Future Generation Australia and Future Generation Global. They're funds of funds. We invest with other asset managers. And those asset managers are some of the most respected in the world. They're also very generous in that for our shareholders, they waive all management fees and performance fees. And it's that generosity that enables us to give 1% of assets each year to good causes without impacting the returns that our shareholders receive. The companies are overseen by very highly credentialed boards and investment committees. It's the who's who of Australia's corporate and investing world, and includes our founder, Jeff Wilson. So what do you get as an investor? Well, you get a highly diversified portfolio. There are 16 fund managers in Future Generation Australia and 16 in Future Generation Global. So they're diversified by number, but they're also diversified by the ways in which they invest and style. So we've got growth managers and value managers, quant managers, long-short managers, large cap managers, small cap managers, many different types of strategies. And it's that diversification which is the secret sauce that enables us to deliver on our objective, which is to give our shareholders market or better returns, but with much lower volatility than the market. And that's a measure of risk. So they're diversified, but they're also differentiated. If we look at how we're currently positioned, Future Generation Australia is very underweight the largest 20 companies in the ASX, in particular the banks. And it's got a big overweight towards medium and smaller size companies. And that strategy has been working very well for us in recent months. Future Generation Global is also overweight medium and smaller size companies. It's underweight technology, it's underweight the US, and it's overweight Europe. So the market's very highly concentrated at the moment, particularly in Australia in a few bank stocks, and around the world in what you may have heard of as the Mag 7. We offer some diversification from that, from the way that these portfolios are differentiated. Let's turn and look at what you get right now. Well, both companies are offering attractive dividend yields in the range of 7 to 8%. That includes the value of the franking credits that they pay. Both pay fully franked dividends. They're both also trading at discounts. Now, those discounts have been narrowing over recent months. That discount narrowing supports the share price, but it also means that you can still buy into these companies at a value that's below their intrinsic worth. And we think that's very attractive. We often speak to our shareholders, and one of the things they say they value is reliable income. Both companies have strong track records of continually increasing their dividends, fully franked dividends, over time. They've both got very strong profit reserves, which means if we do enter more challenging markets, those dividend payments should be fairly resilient. So you get a great income stream, a very diversified portfolio of managers which many of which you may not have heard of or are unable to access as a retail investor. Some of them are only open to institutions, for example. And a diversified portfolio, a way that's complementary to other things you may own elsewhere. That's the investment proposition. Our second objective is to do good. And we're supporting communities, in particular young people in communities in Australia. Future Generation Australia has recently announced a new lineup of social impact partners. They're supporting young people who are facing adversity. They've experienced neglect or abuse or having a difficult time. Future Generation Global supports youth mental health initiatives and, interestingly enough, touches 5 million young people each year. So we're having real impact. We're offering a very structured way of giving to those causes, and also a very transparent way in which we can report on that impact. We have an award-winning impact measurement system. So we believe we can deliver on both of our objectives, doing well for our shareholders and doing good for the community. Now, this is all possible only because of the generosity of our shareholders and our service providers who waive their fees. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, we'd enjoy being in contact. Please let us know. Thank you.